She also came to us through Servant.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So we're excited, and she's excited to be at Longevity.
I am.
All
Sweet. I am really excited to be here with you guys today. Thank you so much. Thanks for that sweet introduction. And yeah, so I will give you a little bit of my background because most of you I don't know. I just saw Jennifer walk in. Hi. Most of you though I do not know. I am new to Longevity. I did come in through the merger with Sorvana just a couple of months ago, so that's really exciting. And yeah, I'm a Colorado native. I was born and raised in Grand Junction, and then I went to CSU and lived here for 18 years. And then my husband and I and our boys moved to Chicago for graduate school, and then we moved to Austin, Texas in January. We love it, but this is always home. So it's great to be here. I wasn't actually going to be here today. I was going to fly in and out of Grand Junction. My grandma turns 100 years old tomorrow. And it's amazing how often we get to throw a 100th birthday party. So, but I flew in and out of Denver and couldn't not come to Fort Collins and see some friends and family. And so I was so excited that this event happened today and that I got to come and be here with you. And I have team members here from Denver and Fort Collins and Windsor, and it's just great. So thank you all for so warmly welcoming us into your community. And that is one of the things, like Joel talked about so perfectly, the people is where it's at, and that's why we're here, and it's why our leadership at Sorvana chose to bring us into the Longevity family, is because of the people. So we're excited, and I'm excited to share a few things with you. So I just made a couple of notes, but I'm going to talk about staying connected, and I don't know if you can pull up.
What about pulling up?
Just that. Go to. Yeah, 7 in this is next. So step 7, stay connected. And here's what you guys need to know. Before you can stay connected, you have to get connected. Right. I think Alex should change this. To getting connected and staying connected, because that's the reality, right? Is that we have to plug in. If you do not plug your cell phone in at night, what happens?
You don't have an alarm clock.
Absolutely. Happened this morning. Because what happens? It dies, right? It loses its charge. We're the same way.
Yep.
If we are not plugged in and connected daily, then we lose strength. Our business fizzles out and dies. We lose charge. We have to be plugged in. And getting connected to a multitude of things, right? Connected to your upline, connected to your team, connected to the company, connected to all avenues of communication, right? And connected even to some of the things we've already heard about, like staying connected to your why daily, right? Because it will drive your business. And so there's a lot of different things that we need to get connected to and then stay connected to. And so this is really exciting. So like it says right here, staying connected to Longevity helps you and your team achieve your goals much more quickly. Which is so true, right? I mean, is it better to go at it alone? No, right? We're here because of the people, and that's why we work together, right? And we link arms and do this. And so you need that army of people. You need your team, you need the company, you need all of these incredible resources that we have to build your team and to keep people connected, to keep yourself connected. So couple of things that I made notes on because I wanted to be sure that I talked to you about is staying connected to all of those things. And here's going back to what Joanna just shared, which was so awesome, is even staying connected to this system, to all of these steps. And I encourage you guys, again, everybody has said it, but if you haven't yet gotten yourself connected to this getting started training, you've got to do it. Because you can't teach your people to do it, and you can't, leaders, right? You've got to Know the way, go the way, and show the way,
Right.
right? So you have to know it first. You have to. So get in there, review it, know it, and then continue to review it. And, you know, at Sorbonne, we had this getting started training system, and we encouraged people to go back and review it regularly. The great thing about having it broken down into sections is that it's just little bite-sized pieces that you can chomp away at every so often, right? So whatever works for you, right? Discipline yourself. You know, maybe it's you take one section a week and just review it. Go back and watch those videos. Read this. I mean, it's so short and sweet, right? And if you'll just cycle through that, then every, 6 to 8 weeks, you're going to be getting back to the basics for yourself. Because I don't know about you, but I constantly need a reminder to myself to get back to the basics, right? Sometimes when we know more, we tend to overthink it and we overcomplicate it, and that's just no good for anybody. And so getting back to the basics is really, really important. So just do that. Choose, this week to just review step 1, and then, once you've got it all mastered, just go back and review those steps and continue to keep yourself connected to that as well. All right, so I want you, we're just going to scroll through this here real briefly because I want to just point out a few things. So get social, get plugged into the official Longevity corporate group page on Facebook, right? Is anybody not on that?
Well, I'm not.
You gotta be on Facebook to be connected to Facebook pages. So yes, I mean, obviously there's so much information that's communicated through social media, right? But the great thing is there's also communication that happens outside of social media, right? Opt into your company emails from your back office, right? So that you're getting weekly emails. Yeah. And again, for anybody who's not, if you're not getting weekly emails from Longevity, you should be. So, log into your back office, go into your account information, and there's a little box that you check to opt in or opt out of company emails. And I encourage you guys to just opt in and make sure that you're getting that communication from the company as well. Be sure to follow the Longevity Home Office team. And I would say absolutely go and follow those 4 on Facebook. And then everybody else you can think of as well. Sean and Annalise Brown, Sanjeev. I mean, just everybody that you can think of, go connect with all of them on Facebook and follow their Facebook pages. It's so fun. Other social media, I do Facebook. Not like Nikki. I am on Facebook, but it's the only social media platform I'm on. I'm pretty sure I have a Twitter, and I think I might have an Instagram account, but I'm not sure. Because I do not use them. So, but Longevity is connected through all of those platforms. So again, they just make it easy for us to connect, however we want to connect, right? So make sure that you're connected to that. Although I will say on YouTube, what a great resource, right? I mean, you can watch videos on anything. Like if you have questions, there's a video to explain it, right? Just like everything else in the world. Like YouTube it and you can figure out how to do your own plumbing. You're right? I mean, it's crazy. And so really, the Longevity YouTube channel is incredible, to get trained and all that kind of stuff. So use the resource center. This is cool. This is one of my new favorite things about this company is the resource center. It is the place to go to check latest updates, news, information, promotions, all of that kind of stuff. And I think it's really important that we take that responsibility on ourselves and then empower our team to use the resources, right? So like you've heard a couple of times today, I mean, I'm only one person, right, with a large organization, and I just can't be explaining everything all day, every day to people. Right. And I love it, Dee, I actually wrote it down when you said it, that you don't need to be an expert in everything, that you need to be an expert in knowing where to find everything, right? And so thank you for saying that. And this is where you find everything. Everything that's important can be found on the longevity.com website, and in the resource center. And so always go there first and teach your people, right? To seek answers themselves and to do the research and to go to the resource center and, find information. So that's great. All right, keep scrolling, Joel. The newsletter, talk to you about that. Weekly emails, okay, make sure that you are opted into that. And then this is my favorite, is attending events. Every single event is important. Your daily, CSIs, all of that, those events are important. Your weekly events here on Wednesday nights, super important.
Yeah.
Tuesday night events in Longmont, super important. Regional events, national events. We always talk about, convention being a must not miss event. Every event's a must not miss event. Every single one. This event, this Super Saturday event, should grow every month.
Amen.
Every month. Because, I'm sitting here today and I have learned so much from you guys. I didn't even bring my journal on this trip. I was coming for a birthday party and totally forgot my journal at home. And so I borrowed some paper from Kate and I've just been taking notes, so many notes, right? I've learned so much today. Nikki, do you just love her? Can we give her another round of applause? I know. I have learned more in the last 2 months listening to Nikki Molly than I've learned in my last 15 years in this industry. It's insane, girlfriend. You are just such a gift. I'm like, you were up here and I was like, is it weird for another human to have another human as their spirit animal? Because I totally feel that way about you. Sorry, Joel. Oh my gosh, you're so great. Erin, you're my spirit animal. Yeah. Oh my gosh, seriously, so great. But here's what's great is I didn't have to come today, right? I was gonna go to Grand Junction for this birthday party, and for those of you who don't know Kelly Caldwell yet, you will know her. She's also a 3-star executive, and she's my sister. And she is doing a Super Saturday in Grand Junction today. So I could have just driven over to Grand Junction and gone to her event, right? But no, I'm here with all you guys.
So your sister knows what you do for a living.
She does. But I think that, it was important for me to be here today. And going back to what I was saying, every single event is important. I don't ever want people to think oh, the Super Saturday is going to be the same old thing, right? It's always going to be the same training. We're going over the new getting started system or whatever. Because even if it was the same information, you will always learn something new, right? You'll hear it in a different way. We've all experienced this countless times in our life, right? Somebody tells you something over and over and over and over, and then somebody else says it, or they say it in just a different enough, even tone of voice or way that it just clicks and you get it, right? And, but everybody's different, right? And all these different personalities, and you're gonna have new 1-stars that get up here and train and share their own insights and information, and we're constantly learning, right? That's what this industry is all about, constantly learning. And so from my heart to yours, I want you guys to know how important these events are and make a commitment to be here every month. This is a Saturday that you can't miss them, right? You just have to be here and you have to bring your people. You will always learn something new. And these events Dr. K, you're the king of this, right? He builds his business event to event. That is his strategy. And you need Dr. K up here to do a training on that sometime. It's crazy. And brilliant, building event to event, inviting event to event, and having that be your focus. And so just really, really, really important to attend events and to never go alone, right? Always take somebody. Events like this, where you have, Joel did this incredible just overview on the front end. I've never seen anybody do a company overview ever in 16 minutes. That was crazy. Oh my gosh, but it's so simple, right? But we tend to just kind of complicate it and try to give too much information, right? When really we need to like 30,000 foot view, right? This is who we are. This is what we're about. You know, no details on, you know, products and, oh, we got jewelry and we have this and we have that. And, you know, like we do have all of those things, but it's the people, it's the community, it's what we offer that's what's really going to draw people in. And so, man, that is, I'm super competitive. So I'm like challenged to like try to do a 15-minute. That's gonna be my goal because I know it can be done. That was incredible. And so, you know, knowing that you have that on the front end of this event, right? Just an overview. This is who we are. This is what we're about. Come and see if this is a good fit for you, right? To have somebody who can come into this event and do that in less than 30 minutes, right? Easy. And then let them, you know, give them that freedom and flexibility to go. And then we can, as leaders, dive in and dig deep into the nuts and bolts of how to do our business. Brilliant. So attend events, never attend them alone. Always bring guests. Make sure that your team is with you. And that's it. Get connected, stay plugged in, recharge yourself on a daily basis, and it will completely transform your relationships with your team. It will completely transform your commitment level, you know, to your business day in and day out. And it's just going to be awesome. So thank you guys so much for letting me join you today. And now I have the privilege of introducing this beauty right here. It's been so fun to not only come into this new company and meet all these incredible new people, new faces, new names. I mean, it's just constant. But Marianne is somebody that I've had the pleasure of interacting with, you know, via Zoom and phone calls, often at least twice a week, you know, that we see each other on the screen, on Zooms and whatever. And she's just, if you know her, you love her, right? She's so sweet. She's so kind. She wants nothing more than for every single person in this company to be a better version of themselves, right? And to succeed. She's so fun. She completely cracks me up. Only Marianne would be willing to take pictures of Tom Chanel. I mean, that makes her a saint of a woman right there, right? Hilarious. So it's just been such a joy to get to know you. I cannot wait for years and years and years more of friendship with this incredible woman. So come on up.
All right.
Saturday to come here today. And I want to thank all of you guys for coming because this is a huge commitment, you know, on a Saturday to take time out of life, right? I mean, family and what have you, just to come here. And thank you, Erin. It's been so much fun. And yeah, when Tom said, yeah, I want you to take a before, you know, picture for me. And I said, okay. And he goes, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. He goes, no, hold on. I got to take my pants off. Are you kidding me? So I was like, yes. He goes, wait a minute, let me just check, you know. And then he's like, all right. And then, you know, I blame Michelle Wallach because she got him all those Lululemon, you know, underwear, and so he's very proud of them. And so anyway, have we not had an amazing day, an amazing training? You know, and like Erin was saying, I actually forgot my journal at my house too, and so I was like taking notes throughout my little system here. And so I was laughing because I'll print one out, I'll write my name on it, and I'll sit down and talk with someone, and then I hand it out, and I have to print another one, and then I put my name on it, and then I hand it out. So I have one with notes and one without. But so to wrap all this up, first of all, I mean, we cannot, you know, recognize Alex for what he's been able to do here in Youngevity, and I've been here for a while. So I used to send out an email with about 20 links in it. Can anybody relate? And I'd be like, thank you so much for coming, and here we go. And a lot of them were third-party videos, right? They were other great leaders. And so that was, you know, it was a little bit uncomfortable there once in a while. But anyway, so we're going to just, to wrap it all up, the 30, 60 days. How many of you have ever had a job? Right? Okay. Now you get paid to show up, am I right?
Yeah.
If you don't show up,
Don't get paid.
you don't get paid. When you first start your job, what do they do?
Train you.
Train you. They say, oh, Erin, she's been here for a while. She's going to show you the ropes. You follow. You are attached at the hip, and you're going to follow Erin around all day, right? And the next shift, you show up, because if you don't show up, you don't get paid, and you go through the same process. So I had this guy that he wasn't on my team, but you know, a lot of people come through the office and he's been around for a while, and he got a job. And he goes, yeah, I just got this job. I'm so excited, and I got to do all this training, you know, and I got 2 weeks of training. I got to take a test. And I was like, really? And he goes, yeah, if I could have just done this longevity, I might have been able to make some money. But I'm showing up for this $10 an hour job. And I just like, I go, well, you know, had you read the books, shown up to the trainings, done the meetings, then you might have been able to make some money. So you just have to show up. So when you get somebody, I think this is how I look at it. I've got a new person, and I don't know. Can you go to step 8? And maybe. I think Joel just out. So hold on. All right. So step 8 is, let's wrap it all up here. So your first 30 days, you are going to be attached at the hip with whoever enrolled you. Whoever. Okay, so we are going to be attached at the hip with our new people. And so we're going to show them this workflow, and I love this because the whole getting the trick started, and the videos, everybody's already edified Alex. The videos are great, and so you just simply walk them through this process. All right, so we're going to follow the longevity workflow. We're going to get into action by sharing longevity with others. Now, we've already learned how to go about sharing longevity. It's not necessarily you're calling your list and going, hey, I just got into this great company and I want to tell you all about it, right? We've heard people train like that before. That's not how we train here. And so as you're getting them through the system, you're going to train them on how to share this process, this company correctly. All right, and then how to, who doesn't want to earn money? When you start your new job and you can't wait for that first paycheck, right? That's going to keep people in. So we're going to teach them how to earn that first paycheck, $100. I know Dee and Steve always tell the story that, they told Scott they wanted to earn $1,000. I'll be gosh darn, in their first month they earned $1,000, $1,001, and then they said we should have said 2. So in this process, figure out what somebody wants to earn. It talks about $100, but I have some people that are like, I just want to earn $1,000. Okay, how do you go about doing that? And then rank advancing. We've already established that everybody in here wants to rank advance, right? I'm a 2-star. I'm working towards ranking to a 3-star. And what does that take? That takes a huge team. It takes a lot of people. You're building a village, right? And so your community, your relationships, all of those things tie in together in order to hit the next rank. How many of you guys have experienced that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You have to grow into that next rank.
Yeah.
And so what I love about 1-stars, right, because there's a certain learning curve, there's a certain process that you have to go through to get to that 1-star, but then that 2-star, that's a whole nother deal. Then that 3-star, that's a whole nother deal. Yeah. All right, so in your first 30 days, you're going to show them how to go through this workflow, how to start in your system, how to share longevity in the right way, not personally vomit from people, earn their first $100 or maybe a little bit more, and then show them how to rank advance. Bless you. Thank you. Get to that next stage. Okay. Here's what somebody said, the journey is everything. I remember when Sanjeev was talking, and I think he did, I can't remember, I used to see so many videos, and I've known Sanjeev long before he was in longevity, so I've loved him for a long time from afar. But, and close up as well. But you know, when he says, you gotta love this journey, you've got to embrace it. Lisa Grossman said, love the process and divorce the results, right? So if you're not here and you're not having fun, I mean, in this first 30 days, if you're not excited, you might start to pull away a little bit. And so as leaders, we've got to make sure that people keep plugged in and they keep the excitement. And we have to keep the excitement ourselves. Some days, you know, we have those days. Those might not be the days that you want to coach your people. You might want to talk to your upline. How many go to your upline if you're having kind of a rough day in a little way? All right, so you want to use your upline with your people, and you want to get people to advance. We talk about that all the time, and it's so important. And really think about it, because a lot of people are watching this, they're attending it, you know, on the Zoom, and so they're attending events. So make sure people get onto the Zoom trainings that we have too. Message there. And so getting your people started right. Those of us here, we've got some new people, but those of us that have been around for a while and leaders, we know how important it is to get your people started correctly. Okay, set your sights on rank advancement. Rank advancing to one-star executive. And, you know, we talk about this brick rank, which is easy.
No, you're good.
Because I don't know what's popping up over here,
Yeah,
right?
sorry.
No, you're right. But anyway, and then they want to earn their first $500. You know, Eric Warren was talking about the line, right? When you get people into your business, what it means when you get them to cross that line. That's when you get them to go to a trade show or get them to come to a Super Saturday or making some money. They're less likely to quit, right? Once they've crossed that line in some way. So know what those are. Know what gets people to hang on, and for sure it's making money. Everybody here is here to make money, am I right? Okay.
Yeah.
So somebody will say, oh, no, it's not about the money. I'm like, you are so wrong. Okay, it's all about it. Because we can do so much with our heart when we have the money.
That's right.
And when people say, I would love to be able to help those people, I just don't make enough money. Well, let's think about how you can do that. All right, and now we're into the first 90 days. So it says, help 3 of your team members advance to sales associate. How easy is that? How easy is helping people? And then when, you know, here's what I look at this when I was talking about job stuff, is like, who wouldn't like to be in a company and go, you know what, I needed a promotion, so I'm just gonna go, you know, sign up some people and help them rank up because I want to make more money. You can't do that in a job. But here we can. Here we have our own destiny if we want to be promoted.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? And here's the other thing. I can remember I was up for promotion. I was so excited. And people are like, well, good luck. Hope you make it. Right? Because people don't want it to, you know, it's like the client or the, what is it, the little guys in the bucket, the crabs, right? Because in a company, in a corporate world, people are like, oh, she'll make more money than me. I don't want her to do that. So help people advance to their one-star executive. And again, we talked about this, how much fun is having a free car, which I have had a free car for a long time. And it's funny, when I go onto the back, you can see that little graph, and it shows how much money they have paid you over the years. And it's pretty fun. And so I can remember sitting in a room being a new person and going, you know, I don't know if I could ever see myself driving a new car. My husband has a 2016 Mustang convertible, so not a 69, but it's a lot of fun to drive. So, right, have some dreams, have some goals. I mean, that's what he wanted to do. That's what he wanted to get. And then earn your first $1,000 on your next income goal. People, 1,000, come on, we can up that. But this might be an easy place for people to start, right? Because they can grasp that. Like I said, my friends were like, okay, so I signed up this guy, and then he's dating this girl, and so she signed up her under him, and of course we just want to make another $1,000 a month. And so I think it was Stan Denison was on Erin Fire Call, and he said, folks, you only need to sign up 160 people on a Healthy Start Pack, and you can make $1,500. So I was explaining to them, I said, look, you sign up, she's going to sign up 160 people, she's going to make $1,500, and you're going to make $1,500, right? Because 8% on the first 2 levels. He said, really? Isn't that interesting? So she can do all the work, and I'm still going to get paid? Yes, you can, just so you know. All right, and then create goals. Having goals, a long time ago, I'd write something on a whiteboard, I still do this, just some big thing, what I want to accomplish. And, but I never really broke it down into the small details to get to that thing, but it was kind of weird because I was so neat. I wasn't sure how, but I was so neat. So then I was like, well, I should put a bigger goal. But you got to have something to strive for. You got to be here for a reason. I mean, one of the things we're talking about, so, I am a pretty happy person, right? My song is, be happy or whatever. But, whenever I hear people say, oh, you got to find the why that makes you cry. And I'm like, no, you got to find the why that makes you want to work. I don't want to cry. Who wants to sit over here and cry? I want to find, I want to have a why that gets me vibrant and excited, and I get out of bed in the morning, and I am popping out of, I don't even know what time I went to bed last night. But there's been a few nights that I'm not in bed until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm, popping up at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and my husband just looks at me like, you can't believe it. I said, but I'm so excited. And so be excited and get your people through those first 90 days, and you know what, by then, they're going to be plugged in. They're going to be excited. This is our culture here. This is what we share with everybody. And how many, I think about one of the things, okay, so we went, you guys that went to the convention, and there's circles and there's squares, and, I don't understand all of that, I don't know, but I'm a circle, and so everybody that I meet, gets the hug. And if they start backing up, I just follow them. Feel like it's a hug, because that's what I'm all about. Now I have a little more respect for these squares, I think. But you know what? You come here and you become part of this community, and you become a part of what we're all doing, and then you get hugs, and then you kind of warm up, right? So if you didn't get a hug, if you don't get a hug from me, I love hugging, just know that. So just come and get a hug, and people come into our office, and they always get hugs. And so there we are. I mean, if you're not excited about what you're doing every single day, then you got to find someplace else, because this is so exciting, and I love it. And I love all you guys who know that. I love that you're here today. I don't know who's timing me. Nobody. So what are we doing next? Joel. Okay, I always talk about how hot Joel is, and I have to tell you, I went to because he is. I mean, so is Nikki. She's very hot, and we're talking. I'm like, I got a woman crush. I'm not, I'll admit it on Nikki. And Denise as well. And then there's Joel. I mean, But so he's a hot mess. I said a mess for sure. Not too much about hot. Denise hot. Tom a mess. But anyway, so I love those guys. I'm missing them today. I'm so honored to be a part of this. What's that? They're actually in San Diego. Yep. All right, so I get the privilege to introduce to you, obviously, Joel. And, over the last, I don't even know how long, it's been a while now. But what I love about Joel, he shows up. And when he shows up, he brings it. And you know that. You know he's not leaving anything on the table when he stands up in the front of the room and gives you that 16-minute, 4-minute mile, you'll be under that, I know you will, presentation. And you know that he does it with passion. And I don't know about you, but when I'm sitting in the room, I can feel it. So with that, I want to bring up somebody who's got a ton of passion, not bad to look at. And thank you for everything